Before we start, we want to make sure that the alignment arrow, the pinch wheel, and the grit shaft are all aligned. Before we start cutting, we want to test our solo machine, and we're going to use the test pen. I'm going to click on the text tool, and I'm just going to type in an S for Sean. And now I'm going to click on the little arrow and hold my shift key so I can grab this and just scale that up. And right now it's just showing me the outline. So let's go over here and click on our style. And right now the style is normal, and that's what I'm going to go with. It's set for cut, so I'm going to change that to draw. And I'm not going to fill it with color. Pen color, oh, here's where I can change my pen style. So I can make it a dashed line, which is kind of fun, or a little dotted line. But I'm just going to go with a straight line for this project. Then another thing I wanted to do is I want to have this filled in so it looks like the letter is solid. So right now the way it's set up, the pen is going to follow the path that you see here by this outline. So it's going to be like a hollow bubbled letter. But what if I wanted it filled in? I can go up here to effects and go line fill, and let's just do a crosshatch. Keep the original outline. Let's do a preview. So you can see what it's doing is it's drawing lines. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Oh, let's say okay. So it's drawing little lines kind of back and forth. And while it's not going to color it in because those lines are so close, it's going to kind of appear to be filled in. And I can change how that fill goes. So let's do this and go effects, fill line, and I can say just one and preview that. Okay, so now that's just going to go lines each direction. And if I want to change the angle of those, maybe do them at a 45-degree angle. So now it's going to go back and forth and back and forth. I could even decrease the spacing. Okay, or increase the spacing. Let's try 0.05 and see what that does. Okay. So crosshatch 1 is just an X. What if I up this? Let's just up that to 4 and see what that gives me. Ooh, so okay, that's gonna go back and forth and make kind of... So there's all kinds of different cross-hatching patterns. I could even do some of these with different cross-hatching patterns, and maybe I'll do that just to show you what the different cross-hatching patterns look like. So next we're going to go to the machine and have it draw this. Before I went to the machine, I wanted to show you that now I have this set with 6 different fills. So this one's just a line, and if you wanted it to just go lines back and forth, you can reduce how wide this is. This kind of goes in a diagonal back and forth. Let's zoom in just a little bit so I can see that better. So it makes some squares and hexagon kind of shapes. This one gets even more detailed, and they keep getting more and more detailed. So each one of these is just going to be a pen drawing lines, but because they're getting closer and closer together, it's going to look, I'm assuming, like it's filled in and drawn or colored in. Okay, so now we're going to hit the create button, and The cut mode is what you see is what you get, which means it's gonna cut or draw exactly like you see it. I want to make sure this is set to draw for pen. The preset is the pen, draw lines. Okay, so now we can go create. I want to show you my mistakes so that you don't make them. Before you start your project, do a test run with just a small image. For example, here I started doing this whole design that I created to show you that different hatching styles and realized my pen is in the holder too deep. So there are little drag lines happening between sections, which is obviously not what I want for the finished look, but what I got because I didn't test. I jumped in with both feet into the deep end. But I do want you to see that it does create really great hatching patterns when you zoom in. And once you play with that pen and get it sitting right, you can get beautiful designs, like I did with these last two hearts. I love to hear from you, so make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and drop me a comment below. Thanks!